Hello and welcome to my first speed build. This is, as you will have seen in the thumbnail, this is a build that had a meagre 400 piece count limit, and I'll explain why in a moment. But I built this for Winder TV's 2-week challenge. If you haven't seen the 2-week challenge yet, I highly recommend you go and watch. I will leave some links in the description so you can check it out. But basically the 2-week challenge is a community project where Winder gathers around 6 or 7 builders to each build an area of a park, and then we end up with a lovely big park. And I was an official builder for season 1, so I will link the showcase video for that in the description. But this is for season 2, and this is for the mini build section of the park, which is a section that anyone can build for. The challenge is that you have to build a building that has a 400 piece count limit. It has to be suitable to go into a Las Vegas strip style area of the park. So the idea is that lots and lots of people will each submit a building. They'll all be put together to make Winder's very own version of a Las Vegas style strip in his 2-week challenge park, which is a really cool concept. The other stipulation is that it has to fit into a certain set of dimensions. There are 3 sets of dimensions, and the dimensions I chose were 3 by 3 by 8. So 3 by 3 and then 8 stories high. So for this build I took inspiration from the Hard Rock Cafe, which is on the Las Vegas Strip. You can see the picture on screen now. So the main things I took from the Hard Rock Cafe as inspiration were a very dark building, very well lit up, neon lights. I would have loved to have done a gigantic guitar, but sadly a 400 piece count limit did not allow for that, as I'm sure you can imagine if you've any experience building in Planet Coaster. A 400 piece count limit is very, very small, and yes, I did struggle with that piece limit, and you'll see quite soon in the video that I tried to make custom windows for this. Windows, that's my Stoke accent. Custom windows for Winder. I tried to make custom windows for this build. If you've ever seen my Planet Coaster building streams on Twitch, you'll know that I am very into making custom windows in Planet Coaster. So I really, really wanted to do custom windows. I really, really wanted to make it work. I tried so hard. Spoiler alert, it didn't, but you'll see that I kind of came to a solution. But here we are. I left it in so that you can see, because I was actually pretty proud of these windows, even though I couldn't keep them, so I kept them in the video as like evidence that I had made these windows. Yes. As you can see, I went for a colour scheme, so the building is all black with some neon purple and blue accents. I love neon colours, as I'm sure you can tell from my channel logo. I also love pinks and blues and purples, so yeah, I went for purple and blue accents for this build. Unfortunately, the piece count also didn't allow me to do any interior, which would have been really cool in this build, because the idea is that it's basically, you know, a hotel slash bar slash live music venue. So I would have loved to have done, you know, the stage inside with all the instruments. But alas, we can't do that in a 400 piece count. So nevertheless, we persist. I don't have too much more to say about this particular build. However, if you are interested in taking part in Winder's 2-week challenge, you can find out more in his Discord, which I will link in the description. I highly recommend you do. It's a fun time to be there, and it's a fun time to take part in the project. I am planning on doing more Planet Coaster builds for the channel, and in fact I'm also planning on doing a series where it's called The Sims 4 versus Planet Coaster. I'm really big into building in The Sims 4 as well, and the idea of that series is... Oh, this is the sad moment when I realised I couldn't have my custom windows because it was too many pieces. It was a very sad time. And the idea of that series is to take one concept, build that concept in The Sims 4, also build that concept in Planet Coaster, and just kind of see how both turn out. It's not really meant to pit the games against each other. They are very different in terms of build style, but I just thought it was a really fun way to combine two games that I love to build in, basically. I'm currently working on the first episode of that, so watch this space because hopefully it will be out soon. Obviously, as I'm sure you can imagine, doing two builds, then editing, then doing the voiceover, etc, etc. It takes a while to do a video like that, but it is in the works, so yeah. Stick around, and if you're interested to see it, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and if you have enjoyed this build, please consider also leaving a like because it really helps me out, particularly as a new channel. So without further ado, thanks for watching, and I will leave you to watch the rest of this build with some lovely Planco music. Bye bye!